Dr. Gaby Cora. She's an MD, psychiatrist, executive wellness coach, and author of Leading Under Pressure and the Alpha Female. Now, if anybody can dig deeper into the issues of our four ladies to see what's holding them back, it's Dr. Cora.
Stress is the buzzword of the 21st century.
Can stress ever be good?
A little bit of stress is excellent. It's actually what helps us thrive and be excellent at whatever we decide to do. So a little bit of that stress is good. But too much stress will paralyze us and will not allow us to do our very best, because too much of it may even make us sick. Not having examined her and not really knowing what the real symptoms are, in general, just being stressed out just by virtue of being hospitalized against your will would bring your stress level very, very high, and people can respond to that stress in different ways.
What does he need to do to stay sane in all of this?
Well, he needs to really focus on getting better and try to avoid the fact that some people may still think that he may have schemed all this. But at the same time, it will be very important that people realize that it does take time for people to recover.
Seems agitated. Is this just a young actor who's having a hard time absorbing all of the attention that he's getting? And I know you can't diagnose someone by looking at these videos, so I'm just obviously asking you your impression of what you're seeing and hearing here.
Absolutely, and this would be a very appropriate time for him to express his joy and nervousness. Gene, there seem to be very conflicting stories around this one story, but the bottom line is that parents are responsible for the safety of their children.
Without regular meals with the family, the tendency is to go higher with violence. What's the correlation?
The great thing about having regular meals with the parents is that the children are not going to only be in better care and have more discipline. They will also do better in school, and that has been also correlated with the studies.
Her mom inflexible and flexible when she's imposed this upon her mom, and the mom's helped raise at least the first 6 kids.
Well, we are assuming that because this is a private conversation going on the the air, that it's going to be reasonable and in a conversational way.
Particular states that are more likely to have these infected mosquitoes that have West Nile virus versus the regular old annoying mosquitoes that aren't infected.
Well, the problem is that because we don't know whether or not the mosquito is infected, we really have to protect ourselves against any mosquito bite.
Ask about motive. Why would you do this? A love triangle. Does that make sense to you?
A love triangle would make sense as much as a relationship issue where there's a lot of impulsivity and the lack of ability of communicating effectively and trying to figure out how to resolve a conflict.
How are people going to stick with these resolutions?
Well, the most important thing is to try to have a resolution that we desire to achieve. So many people are not going to be thrilled about losing weight or, quitting smoking.
And I really said to my husband, if I don't quit, I'm going to die, because I'm a ticking time bomb right now.
This would be something interesting and probably important for you to continue to work over the next 3 months.
I'm happy. Everybody else is tripping because I'm not losing the weight they think that I should be losing.
Got to the point where I didn't know what else to do with Antonia. We weren't dropping the weight. We were working hard in the gym, and she was either cheating on a diet.
And continue to work on the transition where you can feel more and more comfortable telling your husband or your family, I do need to do this for myself. That may have something to do with some of the emotions that you were chatting with me about.
More of Dr. Cora's findings coming up for you next week, and I can't wait to see what she uncovers.